there guys, Strogdor here again, and welcome back to another Redstone tutorial. Today I have for you a chicken farm. It's a chicken farm that's more advanced than most of them that you see on YouTube. This one has a main feature that the other ones don't, and that is it automatically refills the egg laying chamber. So these chickens here will lay eggs. They're not here to be cooked. So when they lay eggs, if they have enough chickens there, and that's you can't really see it, there's a weighted pressure plate there, and that checks to see how many chickens are there. So if there's enough there, the eggs will get dispensed over here, and you'll have chickens fill up in here. If not, the eggs loop back around and go back into this chamber, hatching new chickens here to refill your population over here. So let's get on with a few of the features. So that was one of them. You can actually select how many you want in this thing. So at the first setting it's at 11, so 11 chickens will breed in there. This will give you 21, 31, 41, and then so on all the way up to 81 chickens. I have it set on 10 right now. There's about 15 chickens in there. So right now, the eggs will get dispensed over here. Actually, they'll get dispensed over here now. I'll tell you what that lever's for here in a second. So if I throw a stack of eggs down here, in a second we'll see them go over here. It will take a sec. Okay, we'll get some more. Maybe we can get a chicken to spawn in there. Okay, we didn't get lucky. No chickens spawned in there, but you could see them dispensing there. So that's when there's enough chickens in here. So let's say we turn this up to 81 chickens. Since we only have 15 in there, or around 15, these won't go over into this system over here. They'll get redistributed up here. And we can actually see this from right here because the dispenser's right there. So here in a second, those will go through. There they go. And it will just dispense those. So when the chickens lay eggs, they'd automatically go into this item elevator and dispense them. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn this back over to the 11 setting, and I'll show you the next feature. The next feature is, well, here, let me show you the cooker first. So when the chickens are in there, you can either have lava above them, and when they grow up, they'll automatically burn and cook their meats, and they'll go down into this chest. All drops will funnel into this chest. It doesn't matter what they are. So if you have the lava, it will be cooked chicken and feathers. But say you want raw chicken, and this is more useful for the PC and console players right now. You can trade raw chicken, I believe, with villagers. So if you need raw chicken, instead of burning them, you just drown them. So there's two settings there. Again, everything will go into this chest, so if you're drowning them, the raw chicken and feathers will go in there. And now for this feature right here. This is just in case you want to collect eggs. So if you flick this down, any eggs that are now laid by these chickens will go into here. and they'll bypass the cooker entirely. So let's show that quick. So I'll put a stack of eggs in here. And we might get more than a stack of eggs out because they're about to lay eggs. But if we give it a second, they'll start filtering in there. And so when it's up, it's in cook mode, and when it's down, it's in egg collection mode. Yep, and as you can see, they're starting to filter in. And there we go. All 16 should come out, and that is how that works. So that's the entire machine. That's all the features to it. So yeah. Okay, let's get on with this tutorial. So the first thing we're going to do is set up where this is going to be, and the whole reference point is going to be the very front wall. So we'll just get the bottom layer of that wall set up. So we're going to go 8 blocks in a line, and that will be our wall. The egg layers will be in line with this, and the cooker itself will be in line with this block. Next, what we're going to do is go into the middle 2 blocks, so these 2, and dig out the ground. Then you're going to dig out this one and place a dropper, and that's a dropper, not a dispenser. Next, I'm going to just place a block of choice there to make it look a little bit better. Then I'm going to place a double chest right there. That will be where all our drops will end up going. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out some space here to work. So I'm going to go back 4 spaces all the way down the 8 spaces this way, and then I'm going to dig down 2 total, so it will be that deep. And I'll do that really quick right now. And that is what our hole will end up looking like. This is just to give me some space to work in. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to come in 1 block from the side of our wall over our hole. We're going to go like this. So basically just a ring around an empty hole in the middle. We're going to do the same thing on this side. The empty hole will hold our hoppers for the egg collection and the item drop collection over here. Next, what I'm going to do, and of course it has to rain on my parade, is I'm going to set up the starting point for our item elevators. That's just so we can get our hoppers set up in the right place. So I'm going to go over here, basically in line with these holes on this side over here. I'm going to place 5 droppers facing up. And that's just the start. We'll finish those in a minute. That's just so we know where we're putting our stuff. Next, what we're going to do is come in line with this hole and come out the back. So just right there, place a block, then place 2 droppers facing up. And again, we'll come back to finish that up. Okay, now what we're going to do is dig right here. Basically, we're going to dig out these 2 blocks all the way over underneath our wall. That's again to get some breathing room in. Some of these will be taken up by hoppers. So now we're going to come over to this dropper right here. We're going to place a hopper in the side of that. Then we're going to place hoppers going right here all the way to that block. Then we're going to come on this side and place 1 hopper right there. This chain right here will be the side that will be activated when we want the eggs to go to this item elevator. Next, what we're going to do is, if we want the eggs to go to this item elevator to dispense them into our cooker, we're going to have a hopper chain over here. So what we're going to do is place one in the back of that. Now we can't place one right here. That would be bad because we need drops to come down this one. So we're going to come out the side like that. And actually I should get on this side. Then what we're going to do is place a hopper right here. We'll come back to this side. And we're going to place, we're going to place one into that one. So that one right there, not down. So it's facing that way. And then we're going to place one more facing into the one you just placed. So you should have this line going this way into this dropper, and then this line going this way into this dropper. Now we need to get our items from here into our chest. So we do that by putting a hopper right there. Again, we can't put a hopper underneath this one because it will suck items out of that, and we don't want that. So we'll come out the side over here. We'll come over this way. Now we're underneath our hole, and we can put one directly into there. Okay, so now we got the items from our drops, our item drops from our chickens going into our chest, and that's good. And this would be all you would have to do if you didn't want the egg option. Now the egg option just takes one more hopper, but a little bit more circuitry. The hopper you need a place for that is right here, and it has to go into this hopper right here. So I'll get into how that works here in a second. So that should be how that is right now. Now you're going to come to the top. You're going to place one hopper going into that one. This side, do not place a hopper in there. We're going to have to place something else in there. So let's go ahead and grab, this is the only half slab that you'll need in the whole build. That goes over that hopper. Now let's get our this side taken care of. So what we're going to do is grab a rail and grab a mine cart with hopper. Now place a block over that the hopper on this side. You can place it right on top of it, but this will be a little bit easier to break. And I'm going to place a rail on top of that. Then the minecart with hopper right on top of that. Then I will break the block underneath it. It will go down into that hole, be perfectly positioned. After you do that, you're going to place a full block, and it has to be a full block because we're going to be putting a pressure plate on top of that, right over the top of that. So that's what it should look like right now. Now before you do anything else, make sure you come over to this dropper, because when you broke that block, that rail got popped and it went into this dropper. You do not want that in there because it will mess things up. Next, what we're going to do is finish our item elevators. So the first one we're going to do is this one. We're going to place 2 blocks over here like that. And that will be our little viewing window. We'll go ahead and just place some blocks like this for right now. We will be taking a few of those out after we're done, but now what you're going to do is take another dropper, come over to this side and place a dropper facing this way, and then place a dispenser, and this time it is a dispenser. Place a dispenser coming out of that dropper. And that will be the tubing for that item elevator all done. We have to still do the clock yet, but we'll do all the clocks at the same time. So let's get this item elevator done, or at least set up so it will be ready for the clock. So the same thing, dropper right here, dispenser right here, and they're both facing this way. So after you do that, we can go ahead and put our viewing station right there. We're going to place a block there and a block there. We're going to take dispensers, and this is going to be for your lava and water buckets. We're going to place them on either side, and then we're going to place a block right there. We can place a block right there. That's that one done. We'll put the glass in there later. So we got those. So now let's do the clocks. There's actually 3 item elevators. There's one technically right underneath that, even though it's one dropper, but it's still an elevator. So we got to do 3 clocks. So let's go over to this one first. I'm going to clear out these 2 blocks all the way down this way. I believe I need to do this too. I'm going to place a block there and a block there. I'm going to take a redstone comparator, place it right there. Redstone repeater right there. Dust all the way to the comparator right there. And then a repeater right there. This repeater right here, put on 2 ticks. That's our clock for that. So now we just need to bring up the signal from that clock. So we'll put a torch on that block right there, a block on top of the torch, another torch on top of the block, another block on top of that torch. This time, instead of putting the torch on top, we'll put the torch on this side. Then we'll place 2 blocks right here, and we'll put redstone dust on those 2 blocks. So that's our item elevator for that side. Now let's do this side. Now I'll just clear out these blocks. Actually, I'm clearing out the wrong side. So we're going to put a block there. There will be a block there. And it's the same clock as over there. Comparator. Redstone repeater, redstone going this way, all the way back to the comparator, and then another repeater right there. This one's going to be wired up a little bit differently on the side, but it's the same functionality. We got a torch right there, a block on top of the torch, torch on top of the block. I'm going to put a block right on top of that, and another block on top of that torch, and then 2 redstone dust right there, and that will be that one all done. Make sure you do set this to 2 ticks. Next, to do this one, so I'm going to go ahead and delete these blocks. Right here, and then go out to this side, and then I'm going to place a block right there, a block right there, same exact clock, comparator, into a repeater, into redstone dust going all the way over here, and into a repeater going into that block right there, and we'll put that to 2 ticks. So those are the 3 clocks, and that's all done. Now we got to finish off the junction system in the hoppers so that our items go where we want them, when we want them. First thing to do with that, we'll set up this side, is we gotta power the top hopper and make sure the bottom one's not powered in one state, and then the opposite in the other state. So this is a little circuit that I came up with that will do just that. We'll put 2 blocks on the side of these 2 hoppers right here. So put them on the side. We are going to have to dig down right here just so we can get to some stuff. Dig out that one, and I'm going to replace the blocks that are actually for the circuit itself. So we dig out that, put 2 blocks right there. So these are the 2 blocks that you placed initially. So on this block, put a redstone torch on that, powering the bottom block right here. This top one has to be the opposite signal. So the bottom's on right now, the top has to be off, so we'll power it with a repeater. And then this will be our input line, these 2 redstone dusts. So a dust there and a dust there. And then we need to bring the power from this block over to this torch, so we use another repeater right there. So when we power this, the top is powered now, but the bottom isn't. So in one state, it will let our items go one way, and then the other, it will let them go the other way. This one specifically is for our egg system, so let's go ahead and hook that up. We will have a lever right here, but we will place that in here in a second. So what we're going to do is place a block right there, a block right there, block right there, and then a block right there. Then you're just bringing redstone dust straight over and connect it right to this redstone dust right there. So that's that one done. We got another junction that we have to fix up too, and it's these 2 hoppers right here. So this one and this one. So we'll place 2 blocks right there. It's going to be the same thing. So you're going to want a block right here. Go want that block gone, and then you're going to place a torch right there, powering that. Place a block on top of that, and a block to the side. You can delete that, and then you're going to delete those, and you're actually going to delete those 2, and I'm going to replace that block with a block of choice to show that it is part of the circuit. So we got our redstone torch down there. It's the same circuit as we did over on that side. So we're going to put a repeater there, a repeater down here going into the block with the torch, and then 2 redstone dust right here. Now note that this redstone dust is connecting with the clock, and we do not want that, so we will place a block on top of that. Now it's cutting off the signal from here to here. So we got to circumvent that, and it actually works out nicely, and I'll show you why here in a second. So we're going to place a block on the side of that block and a block on the side of that block. And we're just going to connect those 2 with redstone dust. So this right here works exactly how this circuit does. It's just wired a little bit differently. And that's it. So we got our circuits for our junction done. This one is already hooked up. This one needs to be hooked up to something special. So what I'm going to have you do is grab out a weighted pressure plate, the iron one, or the heavy one as it is described in the items. And over on your egg laying side, you're going to come over to this block and place the pressure plate right on top of that. Next, what you're going to do, and I'm just going to delete these blocks temporarily. That's so it's easier for me to place the comparator. Coming up to this, we're going to have an item frame right here. So on the other side of that, we're going to need a comparator. So a comparator right there. Now we can replace these two blocks right there. Next, what you're going to do is come over here, delete that block right there, and this is the block with the pressure plate on it. We're going to want to put a comparator right there, coming out of it, just like that. Now you're going to hook this comparator up to the side of this comparator like that with redstone dust, and you're going to turn this comparator on subtract mode. Next, what you're going to do is grab a block of choice, or it doesn't really need to be block of choice, this is all back and behind the redstone, but you're going to place it right there, place a redstone dust on it coming out of the comparator, and then you're going to place a redstone torch on the side of that, and it should link up to this redstone dust right there, powering our junction circuit. And unless I'm forgetting something, that should be all the redstone back there. So next, what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab out the other items that I need. So I'm going to need lava, water, go grab out item frames, then the item for the switch for selecting how many chickens you want in here. I'm going to use an arrow, but you can use whatever you want. Then we're going to need a couple buttons and then a lever. And then that should be good. Oh, might as well grab out glass too. So you're going to place a item frame here, and then I'm going to place a couple here to show what the buttons do. You can use signs if you want here. This is the only item frame you technically need. Then I'm going to place buttons here and here, and that's to activate our water and lava, and the switch right there, or lever, to switch it over to egg collection mode or not. So now I'm going to place lava in this one. You don't have to place the lava in this one. You can switch them over if you really need to. Actually, I'm going to grab you out first, because I'm going to place them here first. But yeah, you can place the lava in the other one if you really want. And then I'm going to place the water in this one. Then I can go ahead and close that up, and this one can be closed up too. I'll place an item in there, and that should be the entire thing done. So I'm going to clean, well, no, I don't have to clean it up. This will work without it being cleaned up, so let's test it out. Since there's no chickens in there, we're selected at 11 chickens. If we throw eggs in there, grab a stack of eggs. Actually, I'm going to turn it up, because if I throw the full stack on there, some of them will get past the system because the pressure plate will be fully weighted down. Anyways, I'll just throw the stack in there now. There's no chickens in there. So now they're getting sucked up into the system. They should shoot out of there. They should. Yeah, they are. Here we go. Let's watch. Yeah, there we go. Come on, give us a chicken. Give us a chicken. Just one. Come on. Okay, well, you could see that they were dispensed on the right side, so I'm going to speed the process along. We're going to grab eggs, then we're going to grab some spawn eggs. Then I'm just going to throw 10 or 15 of these in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, I guess we'll set this back over to 11. So now if you look at this torch, it's off because there's enough chickens in there. So our junction switch got switched over. So now the eggs will go over into this side. So let's go ahead and throw eggs in there to make sure it's working. And then might as well, while we're waiting for them to get over there, grab out another stack of eggs because we're going to lastly test out. Yep, there they go. And as you can see, they're getting dispensed. We got a little baby chicken in there. You can AFK with this, and when it grows up, it automatically will die. So that side works. So let's turn it into egg collection mode. And we'll throw the eggs into this side and see if they'll go into our chest now. I guess there is one more little test we can try after that too. Because we have to make sure if we put them in this side, they'll actually filter into here. So, yep, as you can see, they're filtering in. I trusted enough to know that all 16 will go in there. So, let's go ahead and grab out another stack of eggs. Let's see. Yep, all 16 are in there. We'll turn that off of that mode. Oh, don't want to do that. And we're going to throw the eggs into this side and make sure that they get pulled in. And it looks like they are. So, yep, everything's working. You just have to basically hide this clock, and that's it. You can decorate it however you want. So that's the entire tutorial, guys. If you like the build, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out my channel. This is going to be the first time I asked this, but if you did really like it, maybe bring this up to like other YouTubers. See if they'll come over and review the build or something, and maybe give me a little bit of boost in views and maybe a few more subscribers. If you could do that, that'd be awesome. If not, I understand. I probably wouldn't have done it in your shoes myself, but now I'm a little bit more sympathetic towards it. So that is it for today, guys. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and bye.